I want to talk about technology today, and specifically about how we use it at Freedom. Because I think this is a part of our operation that investors don't always hear about. And it's very important to know and understand how it affects your returns. Let me start with this basic principle. Technology doesn't replace good real estate judgment. It supports it. The decisions about which markets to enter, which properties to acquire, how to structure a deal, those are human decisions made by experienced people. What technology does is make those people faster, more accurate, and better informed. And when our team is better informed, that protects your capital. Here's how we're actively putting technology to work. In property management, we use technology to catch problems early. Maintenance requests come through a digital system, which means we know the moment something is reported. We track resolution time, and we can see patterns. Like if a specific type of issue is showing up across a property repeatedly, which might signal a larger infrastructure concern we need to get ahead of. We use technology for tenant screening, credit checks, background checks, income verification, all automated, all consistent, all applied the same way across every applicant. This matters because inconsistent tenant screening is one of the biggest sources of preventable vacancy and revenue loss in real estate. And vacancy means lower income, which flows downstream to your returns. On the reporting side, our team has real-time visibility into property performance like occupancy rates, which is the percentage of units that are rented and generating income, rent collection, maintenance costs, and projected cash flow, which is how much money a property is expected to produce over a given period. That visibility means we're not managing from last month's report. We're managing from today's data. Now let me talk about AI specifically, because this is newer and I want to be clear about how we use it and what it does and doesn't do. We use AI to support our team, not to replace them. For example, we use AI-assisted tools in lease abstraction and document review. Lease abstraction means pulling out the key terms from a lease, the rent amount, the lease end date, the renewal terms, quickly and accurately across a large portfolio. That used to take hours per property. Now it takes minutes, and our team can redirect that time to higher value work. We also use AI in our investor communication drafting process, not to write everything automatically, but to help our team move faster and catch inconsistencies. Every investor communication is still reviewed and approved by a human being before it goes out. That's not changing. And we're also exploring AI applications in predictive maintenance, using data from properties over time to anticipate what is likely to break before it breaks, and schedule proactive repairs instead of emergency ones. Emergency repairs cost significantly more than planned maintenance, so catching problems early has a direct and meaningful impact on property expenses, and therefore on returns. All of this technology serves one purpose from an investor standpoint: protecting your returns. When our property management team can see in real time that a property's occupancy is trending down, they can act before it becomes a revenue problem. And when we catch a maintenance issue early, we spend less on emergency repairs. And when our document review is faster and more accurate, we purchase properties with less friction and less cost. Technology is an operations issue, but its downstream effect is an investor experience issue. Everything that makes our operations tighter makes your investment more secure. And I want to say something about the human side of this. We are a relationship company. Your investor relations contact is a real person. Your investor concierge is a real person. And when you have a question that isn't in the portal, you talk to a human being who knows your account. What technology does is free up our team to spend more time on the things that technology can't do. Listening, advising, and being genuinely present for the investors who trust us with their capital. Smarter operations, better data, stronger relationships, all pointing in the same direction, which is your capital working as hard as possible for you. In one of our next videos, we compare Freedom Notes to passive real estate ownership and explain why most people who think they want to own properties actually want something different. If you want to dig into any specific piece of how we operate, please feel free to reach out. We love these conversations. Just head over to chatwithfreedom.com, and I hope we have the opportunity to work together.